Hello and welcome. My name is Captain Umiro from the Kenya Space Agency. I'd like to quickly take you through an app which we use for our field data collection. The name of the app is Qfield, and it usually works with QGIS software, which is a GIS software. The software, the app, which is Qfield, is an open source mobile app, and it works with both Android and iOS. And it allows for editing in QG's projects on a mobile device, which are phones and tablets. It is built with the QGIS rendering engine, so that your QGIS project, including the symbology, will look exactly the same in Qfield as it looks in QGIS. It supports most of the formats that QGIS supports, including the shapefiles, GeoPackages, PostGIS databases, and works fully when it's offline. Some of the functionalities of this app are feature digitizing, geometry and attribute editing, attribute search, form customization via QGIS, GPS support, and camera integration. This is how the app, this is the QGIS interface. This is how it looks. This is where you set up your project first. After you set it up, you transfer it to the mobile device within which Qfield is installed. You go with it to the field, collect the data, then before you transfer it back to QGIS for more analysis and working with the data. First thing you have to do is when you're setting up the project within QGIS is to load the raster layer, which is the base map. Once you load the base map, and there are a number of options are available within you go to the XYZ tiles, within which you'll see a number of free base maps which are available. You can load whatever is best with you. For example, this is a Bing virtual earth is one of the free base maps available. Once you load the base maps, then you move to your area of interest, within which you can set the boundaries of the area you're working with. Here you can create a shapefile to define your boundary, the border. The shapefile, you can create a shapefile within which you define your borders. The shapefile can be drawn it can be drawn, or the shapefile can be loaded to QGIS from an existing shapefile of your boundary of your area of interest. Once you've done that, then you can create a point layer. The point layer, you create a number of fields within that point layer. These fields are the kind of data you're interested to capture from the ground. Once you create the field of the point layer you've created, yes, this shows how to create new shapefiles of the new shapefile, point shapefile. Then these are the number of fields. For example, here we have the point ID, the class, the observed class, the date, the numerator, the photo. These are the kind of information you want to capture from the field, which within your point layer shapefile. Once you've done this, then you can do some edit. You can edit the layer properties, including the symbology of, especially if it was a point layer, which you can edit the symbology and the labels of that point layer. From there, then you can do customization of the attribute field in the attribute form. This shows some of the customizations which have been done in the field as fields of the attribute form. For example, you can put if the field is editable, If the field, you can enforce things like not null constraints, so that somebody is forced to input information on a point before they save them. They can you can then in the date field, you can specify how you want your date to be captured. Either you want it to be captured automatically or to input it manually. But when it is done automatically, so that by the time you're picking the point is when the date is captured automatic. After you do the you edit the attribute properties in the attribute form, and then you can move ahead, because the first layer the base map we loaded was a general one, but now you can generate now for a specific your specific area of interest, so that it overlays below your boundary shapefile. This can be done when you go to generate XYZ tiles. These are some of the parameters which are set. You can set like the extents, the minimum zoom, the maximum zoom, the DPI, things like the tile format, the quality, is such a kind of things to your base map as you generate it within the limits of your area of interest. The base maps are of high resolution. This is as it can be seen when it is zoomed in. You can see that you can be able to see all the features clearly. After that is done, then make sure you install a plugin called Qfield Sync. This plugin will help you to do transfers, to export the data which you've set in the QGIS environment to an export folder, and then even to import the data into QGIS. Once that is done, you've set you've set your project. You can then export the data which you've set in using this plugin. Once you export it to an export folder, you then go ahead to install the Qfield now software from Play Store. You install it in your mobile device. Once you install it in your mobile device, then you can navigate now to your where you stored the data within your mobile device. Then you open it using Qfield software. Once you open it, you can be able to do a number of things within that environment. You can be able to pick new points. You can be able to edit existing points, so that you can be able to populate the field, the attribute field, with the information you can be able to observe on the ground. For each point you click, you can fill as much information as you had specified when you are setting up your project. Where to pick a point, you use the crosshair cursor, locate it on the point you want to pick, then using the green cursor on your bottom right of the screen, you click it, then the pre-structures attribute form pops up. Here is where you fill all the information which you can observe about that point. Once you fill all the information, including even taking a photo of those whatever you're observing on the ground, you can then save that point. Once you pick all the points and you've saved them, you can then using the Qfield Sync plugin, you can be able to transfer all the data you had collected from the folder which you went to the field using the Qfield Sync back to your QGIS environment, from where you can continue you can open the attribute table to see how the data looks like, what you were able to capture from the ground, and then you can continue with your visualization and more analysis. This app can do a number of things, including if you go to the settings section, you can be able even to do some measurement of distances between features on the ground.